Anger surged, but I stayed calm. I knew direct confrontation would make me look paranoid. Instead, I observed, collected, and planned. Miranda had always been 2 steps ahead. Charming, meticulous, always smiling at the right moments. I thought we were allies. I confided in her, shared my ideas, my ambitions, my half-formed plans for a major client pitch. I trusted her. Then I realized she wasn't my ally. She was a predator. The first hint was subtle. Comments in meetings, helpful suggestions that undermined my credibility, whispers to others about missed deadlines I had never missed. I laughed it off at first, thinking I was imagining it. Then came the emails. Copies of my drafts forwarded under her name. Every strategy I had devised, polished by me, claimed as hers. Anger surged, but I stayed calm. I knew direct confrontation would make me look paranoid. Instead, I observed, collected, and planned. Every misstep she made, every shortcut she took, became a thread I could pull. She relied on vendors who billed inconsistently, on interns she overestimated, on alliances she assumed were secure. I documented them all: receipts, emails, timestamps, and even subtle discrepancies in her perfect reports. Then I wove my web. I fed her carefully manipulated files, introduced a contractor under the guise of trusted help, and let her take credit for minor client presentations that I subtly sabotaged. Each time she presented, tiny errors appeared. Numbers slightly off, a chart mislabeled, nothing catastrophic alone, but enough to raise eyebrows with executives who expected perfection. When the time was right, I struck decisively. I compiled all the evidence: her plagiarism, her manipulations, the contractor invoices, and the minor but cumulative project errors. I sent it to HR, the client liaison, and the board of directors. Within hours, her carefully crafted image began to unravel. HR called meetings. Clients questioned her reliability. Her mentors, those who once praised her brilliance, demanded explanations she couldn't provide. By the end of the week, she was suspended pending review, her allies uncertain, her credibility shattered. I stayed composed, smiling politely as colleagues whispered, the predator now trapped in her own web. I had not shouted, not embarrassed her publicly. The downfall was surgical, slow, and undeniable. Every thread she had used to manipulate others had become a chain around her own neck. And as I returned to my desk, I realized the sweetest part of revenge isn't in the spectacle, it's in the meticulous, invisible unraveling of someone who thought they were untouchable.